Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, the number one spot for all things Lakers, rumors, news, analysis, and yes, today, a little bit of dream chasing too. Because today, we're diving into a story that's starting to build serious momentum behind the scenes. A story that could, if everything lines up, bring one of the NBA's brightest young stars to Los Angeles. Yes, we're talking about LaMelo Ball potentially becoming a Laker. Now, before you think this is just wild speculation, hear me out. There are real signs, real motivations, and real possibilities that could make this happen sooner than anyone expects. Let's set the stage. LaMelo Ball, just 23 years old, already an all-star, one of the most electric young players in the league. Standing 6 feet 7 inches, with insane court vision, a deep shooting range, and a style of play that's made for highlight reels. He's flashy but smart, creative but controlled. A true entertainer who also understands how to lead a team when the pieces around him allow it. The problem? The Charlotte Hornets just haven't been able to capitalize on LaMelo's talents. Despite his incredible performances, the Hornets have continued to hover near the bottom of the standings. They've missed the playoffs year after year, failed to attract major free agents, and made questionable draft picks that haven't panned out the way they'd hoped. And while LaMelo is loyal, you can see he loves the fans, he loves playing the game, you have to wonder, how long before frustration turns into action? History shows us that young stars don't stay patient forever. We've seen it with Anthony Davis in New Orleans. We saw it with James Harden in Houston. Even Zion Williamson's situation right now is being closely monitored. When you're that talented and the wins don't come, eventually, you start thinking about your legacy. And LaMelo? He's smart enough to know that he's entering the prime of his career. He can't afford to waste it on 30-win seasons and early vacations. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Multiple insiders, including those close to Clutch Sports, LeBron's agency, have hinted that the Lakers are very aware that they need a new young face of the franchise. Someone dynamic. Someone marketable. Someone who can bridge the post-LeBron era into a new championship window. Enter LaMelo Ball. Let's not forget, the Ball family has deep ties to Los Angeles. LaMelo grew up in Chino Hills. He played high school ball, just a short drive from Crypto.com Arena. His brother, Lonzo Ball, was the number 2 overall pick for the Lakers back in 2017. And while Lonzo's time in LA didn't go exactly as planned, there's still unfinished business for the Ball family in purple and gold. LeVar Ball, never one to be shy, has even made comments in the past about wanting to see LaMelo in a big market. Could this all be part of a long game? Could LaMelo be the Ball brother who truly shines brightest in LA? Now, from a purely basketball perspective, LaMelo would be a dream fit alongside Anthony Davis. Picture the pick-and-roll possibilities. Picture LaMelo driving the lane and tossing perfect alley-oop lobs to AD. Picture LaMelo igniting fast breaks with his elite passing, hitting shooters like D'Angelo Russell or Austin Reeves on the wings. Picture him thriving under Darvin Ham's up-tempo system. It's almost too perfect. But of course, it's not as simple as just wishing it into existence. LaMelo signed a max extension with Charlotte last year, 5 years, around $205 million. On paper, that keeps him locked into Charlotte until at least 2028. But remember, contracts in today's NBA mean less and less when a player truly wants out. All it would take is LaMelo privately expressing discontent. Maybe a cryptic post on social media. Maybe a no comment when asked about his future. And suddenly, the pressure would be on Charlotte to act. Now, let's talk about the trade mechanics. What would it take for the Lakers to land LaMelo Ball? Well, it wouldn't be cheap. We're talking about potentially including multiple young players. Think Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Max Christie, and at least 2 first-round picks. It might even involve a third team to help balance salaries. Would the Lakers be willing to gut part of their depth to land a 23-year-old all-star with franchise player potential? Absolutely. Because stars win championships. Depth is important, but you can always find veteran role players willing to ring chase later. Finding a true superstar is rare. And LaMelo? He's a rare talent. The kind that could carry the Lakers into the 2030s and beyond. But here's another angle you can't ignore. The Lakers brand is built on stars. Magic, Kareem, check, Kobe, LeBron. The biggest names, the brightest lights. LaMelo Ball fits perfectly into that lineage, not just because of his game, but because of his personality, his style, his flair. He was built for Hollywood. Imagine the marketing possibilities. LaMelo signature shoes flying off shelves. LaMelo posters covering Sunset Boulevard. LaMelo commercials during every Lakers broadcast. The Lakers know the value of star power, and LaMelo brings it in spades. Now, there's one more piece to the puzzle that fans are buzzing about. LeBron James himself. There's a belief that LeBron, who's been incredibly hands-on in roster building during his Lakers tenure, would love to mentor LaMelo during his final seasons. Think about it, passing the torch to a young superstar while still chasing another ring or two. It would be a poetic ending to LeBron's Lakers chapter. And even better, it would set up the Lakers for sustained success long after LeBron hangs it up. Now, again, to be clear, at this very moment, there's no official trade request from LaMelo. The Hornets are publicly committed to building around him, and the Lakers would have to navigate a tricky cap situation to make it work. But in the NBA, where there's smoke, there's often fire. Just think back. Nobody thought Anthony Davis would force his way to LA until he did. Nobody thought Kawhi Leonard would end up with the Clippers until he did. These things happen fast. One bad season, one missed playoff, one unhappy superstar, and boom, the entire league landscape shifts overnight. Could LaMelo Ball be the next superstar to shake up the NBA? Could he be wearing purple and gold, running the show at Crypto.com Arena? Could he be the face of the next Lakers dynasty? It started to feel a little less like fantasy and a little more like destiny. Plus, there's the undeniable synergy between LaMelo's style of play and the Lakers' Showtime roots. Fast breaks, no-look passes, deep threes, electric energy. It's everything Lakers fans crave. It's not just about winning games. It's about winning with style. And speaking of synergy, imagine the pickup in ticket sales, merchandise, and national TV games. The Lakers are already a global brand, but pairing LaMelo's star power with LA's glitz could take it to an entirely different stratosphere. There's also a sentimental aspect to this. Lakers fans have always embraced homegrown talent. Even though LaMelo was drafted elsewhere, his Southern California roots would make it feel like a welcome home story, a perfect narrative for the media and fans alike to rally around. Financially, it's a big move, but one that could pay off massively. Star-driven franchises like the Lakers always find ways to maneuver around luxury taxes when necessary. With the right endorsement, sponsorships, and increased revenue, the investment in LaMelo would almost pay for itself. And don't underestimate LaMelo's own ambitions. He's not just playing for paychecks, he's playing for legacy. Winning titles in Los Angeles would cement his place in NBA history in ways that being a star in a small market never could. Of course, Charlotte will do everything they can to keep him. They can offer the most money, they can pitch loyalty, they can sell him on the idea of building something from the ground up. But at the end of the day, winning matters most to the true greats. And LaMelo has greatness in him. You can see it every time he steps on the court. His vision, his instincts, his creativity under pressure. He's not just another highlight reel player. He's a franchise cornerstone waiting for the right stage. A stage like Crypto.com Arena. A stage where legends are made. If you think about it, this could also be the perfect transitional move for the Lakers front office. Rob Pelinka and company have been under pressure to maximize the final years of the LeBron AD window. Bringing in LaMelo would buy them time and secure the future at the same time. There's also something to be said about the Lakers' ability to attract other stars once a foundational piece is in place. Think about how Shaq's arrival set up Kobe's greatness. Think about how LeBron opened the door for AD. With LaMelo in LA, other top players will be lining up to join him. And let's not overlook the leadership side of things. Sure, LaMelo is young, but playing under the mentorship of veterans like LeBron and AD could accelerate his maturity and elevate his game to even greater heights. By the time he hits his mid to late 20s, he could be a perennial MVP candidate. That's the beauty of this potential move. It's not just a short-term play. It's setting up the Lakers for the next decade of success. Of course, there are risks. Chemistry isn't guaranteed. Injuries happen. Trades are complicated. But high-risk, high-reward moves are what separate good franchises from great dynasties. But what do you think? Would you want to see LaMelo Ball join the Lakers? Would you be willing to trade Reeves, Rui picks, whatever it takes, to bring him home to LA? Or do you think the Lakers should stay patient, keep building around Anthony Davis and the current young core? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I seriously can't wait to read all your takes on this one. And don't forget, smash that like button, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest rumors, news, and wild possibilities surrounding your Los Angeles Lakers. Big things are coming. Stay tuned. And as always, go Lakers.